Hi, firstly, thank you for your purchase. I hope you will enjoy this experience. I just want to take a second to show you what you have in your box. Everything you need to make either one of these wreaths. You have your wreath form, you have a little brown paper bag, or your cinnamon sticks, your ribbon, and 6 orange slices, and your wire. Also in your box is your foliage. There are 4 different types of foliage in each box. There is your green cypress, there is your noble fir, Leylandii. This one has nice berries on it, and your ivy. I like to set my foliage out each in little bundles so I can see what I'm working on when I start. Also inside of your box are your 3 pine cones. The first job we need to do is attach our wire. I've just taken the wire, I've unrolled it, and I want to attach it to my ring form. I'm going to put it on nice and tight, and then I'm going to wire it round. I'm going to make sure that it is really nice and secure. I'm going to roll it out a little bit. So I have my ring form and I have my wire. And my wire is kind of coming around the back of my ring form. So I am ready now to lay some foliage on the wire. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to make little bundles with my foliage. I'm taking some noble fir, I'm taking some cypress, and then I'm getting some of the other foliage. And I have made a little bundle. Now, the size of your bundles dictates how thick and how big your wreath will be. And that's how big each bundle should be. I'm going to place it kind of like on the wreath form. It's at 9 o'clock here in front of me, and I'm going to place it just on top. And I'm going to kind of slant it just slightly outwards. And then I'm going to twist. My wire around, and I'm going to keep the wire nice and firm and nice and tight on that so it holds. I've gone around 3 times, and then all I'm going to do for the next little while is make my bundles like that again, and I'm going to place it over, and I'm going to lay one bundle on top of the other. Again, I'm winding the wire around about 3 times. Now, and I keep the tension on the wire nice and tight. So I have a little bundle. And all I'm going to do now is keep going. I'm moving down about an inch at a time, and I'm just laying one bundle over the other. And I'm going to mix up the order of my foliage so that my cypress is at the back and my noble fir is at the front. Again, I'm moving about an inch down so that I'm just creating a little bit of space. So far, I'm keeping my wire nice and tight. I'm going to start adding in my accent now, and I'm going to add some of this lovely ivy. It's just for a bit of texture and a bit of difference. And again, I'm moving it down. And I'm not going to put ivy in every bunch, I'm going to put it in every 3rd bunch or so down, just to give a little bit of definition. Give you a look. I'm kind of getting there now. So now I'll just give you a look. I'm kind of getting there now. I'm 3/4 of the way done, but it's working out really well. I just keep layering the foliage on top of it. Now, and if you have any other foliage that's out in your garden, any evergreen bushes or trees, you can always add them in, some box or some other holly, variegated holly. They're always a really nice accent in a wreath. The smell of the cypress and the leylandi are really nice. To the end of my wreath, you can see I just have a little bundle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift and slide in. So just with the rest of my foliage, and what I'm going to do is just keep adding in till I have filled up the gap. You can see I kind of have to work around some of the foliage, I have to lift it up. My wreath. I'm just going to end. I'm going to keep my string nice and tight. Now I can decide to use this as a loop, and I can make a loop. If I loop it back in, just put it in, I can turn the wire and then I can loop the wire back around. So I'm just strengthening my loop, and I have a loop now made at the back of that wreath, but if I turn it round, that's the front of it. And that is your wreath made. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some decorations. And I'm going to take my, let's say my 2 pine cones. I'm going to put those just at each side. I might decorate some oranges as well there. And I also have my bow, but I'll show you how to do the bow as well. So how I'm going to attach the decorations to the wreath is I'm going to use my wire. So I'm just going to cut a bit, and I'm actually going to string the oranges, the wire through the oranges. They smell gorgeous. I'm going to separate those out. See, I can separate them out. So I can twist my wire, separate them out. And I'm going to just use my wire and twist it around the back. So I found the bit of wire at the back and I've twisted it, and now they're secured on. I'll get some more wire and I'll do the same for the little cinnamon sticks. I'm just going to shove the wire in at the back, and then I'm going to position that on my wreath. and turn around. So now they're secured on. I'm going to do the same over here. You can group them together, or you could put them at different. And we're going to use the same wire and the same kind of idea. I'm just going to get my pine cones. I'm going to wrap my wire around, and I can just twist it to hold it in place. And then I can use the wire, quite simple, and then I can position them so that'll hold them nice and secure. You can also add any other type of decoration. Sometimes I like to put Christmas baubles on them or little decorations. They just twist around each other at the back. That's all. That's how I'm holding them on. So they go like that. That's just a little bit too short. Can, of course, if you make a mistake or if you have a little space where you think you've missed out, you can always add in. You can always go outside and find some evergreen foliage and lift wherever you want and wire in pieces individually. It's nice and easy, it's not hard. So now, this is my wreath now, and everything is wired in. And it looks lovely. It looks really nice. So that's it finished. And we can do the bow now.